Hello. Today in Satisfactory, I am at my nuclear reactor facility that's generating me energy. I'm here because I'm starting my nuclear pasta factory. I decided to start it now because an end part of my process to convert my nuclear waste into something that I can easily get rid of requires one of the key components in my nuclear pasta facility. So let's take a look real quick. Both require these pressure conversion cubes. So in this facility, I'll be using pressure conversion cubes to make plutonium fuel rods. But also, it's the component, one of the main components of nuclear pasta that uses copper powder and this pressure conversion cube inside a particle accelerator using this recipe right here to make nuclear pasta. So in this back half, I have about 15 plutonium coming through. This was required 10 a minute, so we'll need at least 0.75 pressure conversion cubes a minute to supply our nuclear reactor. But on top of that, we need a little bit to create our nuclear pasta. So, our goal is to aim for at least 1.5 pressure conversion cubes. I should add by saying that one of the main reasons I'm making this video is because a good friend of mine was really interested in learning about the whole spaghetti nuclear pasta process. So I hope she enjoys this video. So let's hop over into Excel, where we can start breaking down all of our crafting that we need into our main components. Pretty much the goal of this is to figure out what we need to import into our factory, or what we kind of need to build around nodes. So we'll start off by starting at 1.5 nuclear pastas a minute, because that's what we wrote down that we needed. And I'm just going to start breaking it into its components pretty much as we need it. Okay, so I quickly put a little Excel sheet together. It's pretty easy to follow. We want to make 0.75 nuclear pastas, but we also want to make a surplus of 0.75 pressure conversion cubes. So that'll equal a total of 1.5 pressure conversion cubes. If we break that down into its components, nuclear pasta, we'll break down into 0.75 pressure cubes and 150 copper powder. And then to make 1.5 pressure cubes, we'll break down to 1.5 fuse module frames and 3 radios. And those break down to its components, as you can see here, and then they just keep breaking down until we get to our base components. Gray is the products that we'll make along the way. Blue is likely products that we'll probably have to import. And this orangish color is going to be the products that we'll probably want to mine on the spot from nodes. So I just clump these all together into little parts. For fused module frames, we'll want these. For radio control units, we want this amount. These are all units per minute. And then copper, for our copper powder, we want 900 copper ore per minute. for a grand total of 0.75 nuclear pasta, 0.75 pressure conversion cubes. We are going to want to import 135 steel ingots, 123 aluminum castings, 3 computers that I'll have to build a new factory for. We can import sandstone if we need to. We can also import iron ingots if we need to. If we find something that's close. But nodes that we need close, copper ore at 900 copper ore a minute. That's quite a bit. And nitrogen gas, just because it's hard. Nitrogen gas is hard to maneuver. So let's go in game and find a spot that has all of these. So looking at the map of the potential resources that we needed of our nitrogen, sandstone, and iron, as you can see, there's not a lot of great positions for our nitrogen that's close to any of them. If they are, they're all in these corners, which is pretty far away from my computer factory, which would be over here-ish, or any form of like steel. So what might end up happening, which is what I was trying to avoid, is either running long pipes to where we want to set up shop, or running a train to carry our nitrogen. Something I'll have to think about real quick. Just quickly checking before I go out in the wilderness. With 2 of my reactors running, I'm trying to limit how many reactors run because I can't get rid of the waste quite yet. But with 2 of them running, I'm producing about 10,000 megawatts. But I'm only currently consuming about 4. So I should be okay to start building miners and constructors and everything else. All right, I think I decided my nuclear reactor's over here. I think I decided that I'm going to try and build this over in this area somewhere. I'll have copper, plenty of copper I can bring in, sandstone I can mine, and then I'll have iron and soon to be coal to make my steel, and I'll just have to figure out a way to bring in aluminum, and then I can be able to easily split up the cubes between my reactor and my spaghetti factory. So I found the copper nodes. Luckily for me, these are all pure copper, which means that with a Mark II miner and a power shard, I can get 360 copper per minute, which, if you remember, I need a little over 900. So 1, 2, and then I'll have 1 more over here, and we'll call her good. We have to be a little careful. There's some radioactive guys over there. I also got a guy over here trying to beat me up somewhere. There he is. Yeah, that's an angry boy. But I'm thinking I'm just going to run all these together, run a big train from my other place over here, and we'll call it a good little setup for right now. So over here, I updated my aluminum casing manufacturing plant, and it's producing enough casings for us to run our main factory. Over here, I built our computer factory using our plastic from our plastic refinery factory, and I have this hooked up to a change station. It's collecting all of our aluminum casings and computers. That will be brought all the way back to our main factory. Along the way of the tracks, I have our copper powder factory, along with our sandstone bags factory, and our steel ingots factory. So I'll have to connect all these lines following this track to the main factory. And then right up here is our main drop-off at Goldenborg, the station. And then you can see our train here. It's coming along. It's a little roller coaster. Maybe I'll pick up the computers. Then underneath of us, I cleared out a little bit of land so we can start building our factory. I'll still have to connect all the lines, but it's a good start. Alright, I cleared the land out, built a big platform, got all our streams. I got iron ingots coming up, copper powder, sandstone, concrete, and steel bricks, along with our computers and our aluminum casings. And then I'll have one more stream for copper coming from way over there. And I believe we should be ready to actually start building. So as you can see from our Excel sheet of our iron that we are bringing in, we need 315 screws and 67 iron plates and 45 iron rods. So I'm gonna set up we have our iron coming in here. I'm just gonna set up all the machines right here for all of our iron. Alright, so I have screws being made, I have iron plates being made, I have rods all the way at the end being made. Rods are going to run up here, and then I have my reinforced plates being made. So, screws are done, iron plates are done, reinforced plates are done. Next we gotta turn our steel to make steel pipes and steel beams. And since we have concrete there, we might as well make our encased industrial beams as well. I had to build a wall up because I kept getting attacked by enemies. So we have their loot laying around here. But it shouldn't be a problem anymore, and I can build in peace now. Alright, so pretty much the whole accumulation of everything we built here has led up to this singular machine, the manufacturer. We have our screws, our module frames, steel ingots, and our encased industrial beams, all coming together to make 1.5 heavy module frames per minute. So now, it's time to build the rest of our plant. So we made this. Now we need to get a blender to make our fused module frames, and then also start making our radio control unit to eventually make our particle accelerator. So two more guys left to go. I hooked up all our lines. I got nitrogen running from our little geyser over there. We have our aluminum casings coming down through, and then our module frame going to our blender. About to make our first fused module frame. Here it comes. And eventually this will make our nuclear pasta. Okay, we are done with this whole frame. Now it's time to start making our radio control unit. For this, we need to make 1.5 crystal oscillators, which is using crystal, cable, or other portion of reinforced plate, which we already made. And then we have computers ready to go, aluminum casings ready to go. So really, we just need to make this guy, and then have our manufacturers make these guys. So over here, I have our copper coming in and our crystal ready to go. So you might as well just build right here. This looks good. Found this very angry guy underneath our base. He's making a lot of noise. Don't look, I gotta put him down. Should fill this in so he doesn't ever spawn back again. So typically, a manufacturer can only make one crystal oscillator a minute. If you remember, we need to make 1.5. So instead of building 2, I can use a crystal shard to overclock a production to make 1.5. So that's what I think I'm going to do for that guy. So, go back to our Excel. We have 1.5 oscillators ready. All we need is our aluminum casing and our computer to make 3 radios a minute. So let's do that. We have our aluminum casings right here. We have our computers. All we need to do is to take a manufacturer. There's 3.5. And this recipe. Radio control units. We want this recipe. Let's hook up this guy. How many do we need for here? Casings. Just one of these guys should be fine. And let's actually... And we'll probably need to, since this is a 2.5 and we need 3, we'll probably want to overclock this guy as well. Just up to 3 radio control units a minute. So everything looks good, everything looks normal. Perfect. So, we have everything ready to do to make our pressure conversion cubes now. So, take a look. We have ran our little module guys over here. We have our radio control units right here. All we need to do is just hook them up in one of these guys, and then split it and have one go into our particle accelerator and the other going to our nuclear reactor over here so we can get rid of waste. So let's just do that real quick. Let's make 2 of these. Quickly just make a splitter. go here. And let's underclock these guys. Because these are small, we don't have to worry about too much space. So I have one making at 2.75. And then this guy will also be at 0.75 per minute. And then one of these, so might as well just build our particle accelerator right now. There should be good. We'll come in with our copper that we have over here. I'll have to just bring over here real quick. And then the other one can go get sent off that way. Alright. Let's build a little bit of storage for this guy so we can put our nuclear pasta somewhere. We don't need a big guy, but we're gonna make it let's make it a big guy. Yeah. So one of these guys coming off the back. Our little conveyor belt. Let's fire this guy up. Let's get a little power line right here. Hook her up. So now we got our copper coming in. We got our pressure conversion cubes going in. And then eventually we will have pasta. So this guy just started firing up. It's got all the resources it needs. Still got a while before we make actual pasta. See, we're using a lot more electricity than we normally do. Do that all one more time, I guess. It's finishing up here soon. And our first piece of nuclear pasta. Let's take that out. We have officially done it. All of this to make one little guy. So thank you. It's been fun. I will eventually build a little housing around this to make it all nice and homey. So, let me finish up. And over here, I just ran my line from my nuclear pasta factory over here to the waste stream of my nuclear reactor. So now I can make plutonium fuel rods that I can sink, so I don't have to worry about creating a stockpile of waste like we have here, all this nuclear waste just burning through all my canisters. So now we can hook this up, and we should be able to turn all our nuclear reactors on as well. So very cool. Well, thank you guys for joining. Wait, this ain't the outro. And in case you are wondering, yes, we are going to take the train for a ride. Just need to wait for it to dock here first. Let it unload its stuff, and then we're good to drive it. What a good, helpful, useful train. Delivering our goods. Making sure that we are full on all of our supply. We love the train. Sit back, enjoy the view, enjoy the little roller coaster. Got a few loop-de-loops in here. Arrived at our train station, Gare. Pick up our goods. So useful. Loops around to our next stop, Kyiv, to pick up our computers. Have our nuclear reactor in the background. Factory right below us. Some other miscellaneous. Here we are at Kyiv. This is where we pick up our computers. Get out this way. See below us, we have quite a big factory below us here too. Last stop is back at the pasta factory at Gothenburg. Not too sure why it's named that. are, back at our factory. This train is running constantly to deliver us our goods. Thank you, train. Ah, what another beautiful day at the nuclear pasta facility. Beautiful morning. Let's go in and check on the new place. Looks like everything's running well. Looks like everything's orderly. Perfect, perfect. Computers are online, good. Copper, screws, good. All the iron, making perfect. And just for fun, let's take our factory cars out for a little run. Get a little warm up in our little stone factory. That was sick. Oh. That car is trashed. Take one of these out. Nice little obstacle. Oh, big jump. Another big jump. Oh, sick. Stunt. Stunting all these. Oh man. Sick loop-de-loop. We're on our home stretch. Perfect. Very nice. A nuclear pasta has been made. Thank you to my good friend for recommending me making this video. This video is dedicated to you. Over and out. I should add by saying that one of the main reasons I'm making this video is because a good friend of mine was really interested in learning about the whole spaghetti nuclear pasta process. So I hope she enjoys this video.